Here we go. We're going to look at the cards that we've made so far. I did not add the one we did yesterday. So this one is day 1 with our little vampire. Day 2 was the little crow or raven. I say it wrong every time. Then we had our fun little potion bottle, poison bottle, and then we had our ghosties. Ghosts were so cute. And that's a action wobbler. And then I made these fun earrings with it. And now I'm also looking for yesterday's card while I'm at it. And then we had the spider that is a spinner. We have the skeleton that is a dancer, both using the new snap and slides. And then we had this magic and mischief awaits one that was the candles. So yesterday's, I found the button. Aren't you excited? That button. Okay. So what I wound up doing yesterday is we made this one. So I need to add the picture of it to it. It looks much... I like it. I like my photos because they look so much more vibrant than what I'm able to show you guys on camera here. So this is just a fabulous card. We have ghosties coming. Ooh, spooky, spooky. Yeah, poor kitty, says Tara. So this is a fun card. I think it's super cute with all of the gold. This is gold embossed splatter. We splattered with water and heat embossed it. And you might not be able to see the sentiment because it's all gold, but it says, cheers to spooky sips. And I did add a little button down the bottom that says, press here. What happens when we press here? Go ahead, bring Jack out. Why not? So when we push the button, look at that. It lights up. And my favorite part, I love the whole thing, but my favorite part right now, because I figured out a way, and I'm going to have to experiment and make sure that it was not a fluke. That was a witch, by the way. Everybody is trying to haunt the stream. What is up with that? Anyway, is that it has this glow from behind it, and because I use a 3D glue dot. So... we're going to see. I'm going to have to try that again at some point and see if it still works. I have had so much fun this week with these, and I've done multiple interactive cards. We have not done a zombie because I haven't had a zombie thing to do. We'll have to look and see what we've got today because I don't know. We're going to have to look, okay? So we've been using the new Snap and Slide for things. I used a Pearblossom Press lights yesterday. I've been using a lot of Pearblossom Press stuff to go along with it. Kitty, we have the glowing kitty for Christmas. This is the Halloween stream, Maureen. Okay, so here we have, this is what it comes in the box. In the box you have a packet of sequins. You have a fun stamp set, and then you've got all your little packets that are for each of the days of Halloween, okay? There's the cat. What do I smell cooking?
My lunch.
What's your lunch?
Same thing we had last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So here are our stamps. We've got Hope Your Halloween is to Die For, Enter If You Dare, Trick or Treat, You're So Sweet, You're Bad Cat. Okay. Have a Bone Rattling Halloween, Creepin' It Real, Monstrously Fun Wishes, Wishing you a Mysterious Halloween Night, Cheers to Spooky Sips, which was what we used on the light up card. Happy Halloween. Have a fantastic night. Magic and mischief await. Positively pumpkin-tastic. I want a piece of you. That was with our ghost. Have a treat-filled night. Stay spooky, boo, and have a hauntingly good time. I love all the sentiments. It's going to be perfect for any and all of your Halloween cards. If one of the other ones doesn't fit, you know what you do have? Happy Halloween, and you have a hauntingly good time. So all of those are going to go great with all of your Halloween cards. So we're going to be using that today. But this is the part that you guys want to see.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
And we have to wait.
I love you. Now back to our show.
Okay, so I'm going to look on this. Tara says, I've been on the fence about getting these little lights to put on cards after you see them after seeing you use them yesterday. I'm going to have to get them now. Absolutely. And Pearblossom Press has got more than just that. I know this is all Spellbinders. I'm using all Spellbinders dies, but I love using Pearblossom Press in conjunction with them. Works fabulously. One of the new things that first off, she's also got action wobblers, which are super easy to do. And I have my cards here. So just warning Todd, he's caused me to go late, so no, you know what? We're probably going to go later anyway. So there. So this one is using the Action Wobbler. So it's a little plastic spring. So he does that. So this is one of the things you can get from Pearblossom Press. And then what else did we do? I used the new Snap and Slide for the spider who spins. So that's a spinner card. And then I used another Snap and Slide, same mechanism, the same thing, to make this little guy dance. And as I'm playing with these, because this is the first time I'm using these to do these type of cards, I'm learning more. So future ones are going to be better. But you can't really beat that background. I love my background. But anyway, so he dances. So his body moves. His head stays still. His body moves. And then yesterday's was... I'm going to have to put these all back in order. Yesterday's was this one, which is a light up card, which is using the original easy lights. There are other ones that are easier to use. This one, I had to decide where I was going to put each of the 3 lights. The easiest one is the one light, which is basically a little flat flashlight. Only thing is you have about this much space between the light and the button, so you have to know exactly where you want to put it. But I love them all. I absolutely love them all. And this one, yeah, lights up. I've got a lot of light up card videos, so if you have any questions or want to see any more of them in action, check out the channel. I've got a Pearblossom Press playlist, and I've got a light up card playlist, and I've got classes over on my website. That kitty too. Jen, I don't know what you're talking about there. Oh, you like my hi kitty? Yeah, I like my hi kitty. So here's day 9. Let's take a look and see what we have inside. Oh, we got the monster. We got the little monster. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what this piece is, but we do have a one-eyed monster. Kitty from, oh yeah, Kitty from the class. Yeah. So we have a one-eyed monster. He's got a little one-eyed jack-o'-lantern. Oh my goodness, that is too cute. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I don't know what that is though. I'm going to have to look at it and see what other people have used it with, because I don't know. I did see that someone, I'm not going to name names, I don't know if she's in here, but someone posted in Discord in our stream showcase for next week, did something with this one. But it doesn't look like she used, oh, now that was, I am so stupid. Okay, Idleide used it, and Linda Gorman have both posted in the stream showcase. And what this is supposed to be, he's got one eye, right? It's his glasses, or his glass? Do you call that a glass? So you can give our monster a glass. As in glasses, like to wear on his face so that he can see through his one eye. I'm sorry, that is too hilarious. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jen. Jen says that my classes are awesome. Thank you so much. She has attended the last couple of them, and she's now on, I think you're on the subscription thing. So we'll appreciate that. Okay, we're gonna, okay, yeah, it's a monocle, but I have a feeling it's supposed to look like it's going on the other side of his face too. I'm not, it's a monocle. But that is just too funny. A one-eyed monster with glasses, and he can't have glasses because he has to have only one. Okay, you guys tell me, what color do we want to do our, I'm kind of thinking either I want to have him matte, like regular cardstock with glittery wings, or glittery monster with matte or foil wings. You guys tell me what you think.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you.
Everybody loves that one. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So we're gonna build us a little monster. Oh my! I'm gonna do the candy while y'all are deciding what you want to do for color wise, because this is gonna be the part that's gonna be kind of the standard colors. Do I have a black panel over here that's not, yeah. I don't know if I've got scraps in here or not from yesterday. Green matte foil wings. Okay, so we have a couple of different things. People are so far saying green. So Jen is saying green matte, so just regular cardstock and foil wings. And then Stephanie is saying glitter green for the monster and matte for the wings. We do like our glitter, don't we? And Tara agrees with Stephanie. Anybody else want to weigh in and let me know what y'all think? So here's my white. I'm looking for scraps is what I'm looking for in here, so I can cut. I'm looking for black scraps is what I'm actually looking for. I may have thrown away all the excess ones from last night because I did have quite a few scraps from last night's card. So for you guys that have been following, Barbara agrees. Welcome in, Barbara. So if you guys that have been following along with the Craft-o-ween, last night we had another additional live stream. On Tuesday nights, I tend to go live at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I'm almost thinking I want to do black glitter wings with green. Okay. Glitter green for monster and matte for wings. Maureen says the answer is always purple. So far, people have been saying green. Maureen may be out of luck. But I usually go live on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. And last night we got together with our buddy Elizabeth Costa-Rogers and did some Halloween crafting. And last night I used a die that is for a wedding. It's a wedding die set. It makes a wedding gazebo, and turned it into a Halloween gazebo. So here is a light color of green. Do I have another color of green in here? I do have some foil, so we could do that. So that's an idea. If we want them to be all green. And then I've got these other little packs of I'm trying to use up stuff, so I've got stuff on my desk. Ooh. Oh. I kind of this one it looks more blue in there. This is actually a little bit more yellow. It's a little bit teal. Here comes Jack again. This is a cute little monster. I do love the monsters. And then I have we have this color of green. So this one's like this one's actually a better green, I think. Yeah, I kind of like this one. So, hello, Miss Adelaide. I love your little monster, honey. I love your monster. We will be showing it off next week on Tuesday night. So if you're not, like I said, if you're not aware, we do a live stream on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be so cool. So we're going to do a glitter green. And part of that, we do a stream showcase where we show off your work if you want to post anything in the Discord for me. And last night we created with Elizabeth Costa-Rogers. She made a fabulous, it was really grungy and drippy and looked like slime. She did such a good job on that. And I'm going to use my regular die cutting machine because I have an idea that I'm going to need a bigger machine than my little Scout. I do love my Scout, but I think I want to do. Should these both? I think I want to do some. I'm going to do some orange candy too. Do we need glitter candy? We need glitter candy, don't we? Finding the orange. I think I want this color of orange. So we're going to cut us out some glitter candy. And then this piece needs to be black, so we're going to just use some regular black. That's where I put all those scraps last night. I put them off to the side. Okay, I lied. I lied. Santa finally said that you've been good. Finally. Yay. Yes, glitter is the answer today. For most of it, yes. I think we're going to do a lot of glitter. Okay, so we have our monster, we have our candy and his little candy bucket. We have the other part of the candy and the candy bucket. Now we have these bits. So I think we decided we're going to do black glitter. Do we want to do... Yeah, I kind of want to do black glitter wings. So I'm going to do that using some black. And then the bucket, I'm thinking these pieces can be matte. So I'm going to grab another scrap of matte. And that should be all the die cutting we actually need to do. And I'm not planning on going, I'm not going to do the eye. I'm not going to do the glass for his eye. We're not going to do the monocle. But I do want to try to keep this still fairly short. I'm trying my best to do these daily ones in an hour or less. And so far, I have not succeeded. Yeah, I have not succeeded at that yet. I'm probably going to have to recut this one because it most likely didn't go all the way through. Ooh, part of it did. We're going to see. I might be able to do this one. I have a feeling that the trident's probably not gonna do. But I was able to peel off the wing. Yay, there's our wing. Because the glitter is my Spellbinders cardstock, which is awesome, but it is a little bit harder to pop out. And that is a full pop out of his eye. So we've got that. And I think this probably goes, yeah, this goes behind his eye. I'm just going to let y'all see what they look like. Okay, it goes behind there. On this one, we've got the handle for his treat bucket. And we have the little piece on the inside that basically is supposed to be the iris and iris or pupil, whatever, and a little bit of highlight. I'm thinking this guy's probably going to get one of my googly eyes. All right. And then what else do we have? We have the little bucket. So here's our little jack-o'-lantern. And here is the other part of the candy, the swirlies. And then this one is the other part of the candy. So it goes like a dot. So I could do more of those. Those are cool. And then this bit here is, I think this might be teeth or something. So that was actually supposed to be white. I think this was supposed to be white because I think this is supposed to be his teeth. Yeah, this is supposed to be his teeth and I cut them out of black, so that's wrong. That's going in the trash. Let me grab a piece of white. So we have that. So we'll have, again, we'll have another backing for our candy. That piece is not going to work. That's too small. Maureen says, great minds. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't have a mind. Y'all know this. Peanut Gallery didn't say anything.
What?
Love you, honey. I do. I promise. I'm going to do another piece of candy because I kind of want to do more, you know? The first one we have is orange and black. This one's going to be orange and white. We're going to see what it looks like. All right. So before the stream, hey Stephanie, welcome. And she is also over on Twitch. Yay. Welcome in, hon. And thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that I got started a little late. First it was Todd's fault, and then it was my computer not wanting to do what I was telling it to do. So it is what it is. Things happen. I think I'm going to do some more of that candy though. And all I need is just this part. I don't need additional one-eyed monster buckets. I don't need that part. I only need that little twirly thing, which also means that if you have Christmas dies, for you guys that don't have this set, if you have got the Christmas candies and you've got a monster of any sort, you can make the same kind of thing. All right.
Are you going to put a horn on him?
Am I going to do what? Oh, he's got wings. Oh, and he's not purple.
Well,
he's green. He's green. So Todd asked me, was I going to put a horn on him? Because he was thinking a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Yeah, that's what the Todd was thinking. And it turns out I don't think that that's what that was for. I don't know what that was for. Oh, that's the backing. That's what it is. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. So this circle we're going to have as being behind his eye, but I needed another circle. What am I doing? I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to cut out some more white ones. Let's go ahead and get our monster ready. I need to stop cutting and just start putting everything together. So there is a slit right there for his mouth. I'm going to pop the top part out and slide his teeth down through that little hole, through that slit. And when we do that, it gives them teeth. And then I'm going to, now that it's in place, I'm going to glue it. So I'm just going to put some glue between the white and the green right here. And we've got it in place. And now our little monster has his teeth. And I kind of still want to use that from behind it. This is actually supposed to be for our pumpkin, because those pieces pop out. Don't you love it that I figure out what all the things are before you have to? So now we have those pieces out. And we just glue it on top of the black, and then that guy is done too. So we will have our bucket. That is too cute. Okay, I'm moving this out of the way a little bit. I am going to be bringing it back, and I think I want to put down white cardstock right here so that I can see what I'm doing, and so can y'all. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on those two little circles that are at the end of our little handle, and just reline this up because I accidentally slid my bucket. Okay, so once it dries, look it. That is too cute. That is too cute. Hello, Miss Crystal. Welcome in, honey. I'm not going to use this piece. This is it's supposed to go for the inside of his eye. We're not going to use that. I think I am going to put some cardstock behind his face, though, because I'm going to adhere one of my googly eyes that I found. Not the ones I was looking for, but I do still have the ones that are... Where did I put them? I have to remember where I put them on my desk, and then I cleaned my desk. Oh no! Did I not keep them in the bucket? Is it in here? I don't know. They're not in there. I want my googly eye. I might have put them in a drawer. Oh my goodness! I want it. I want them. I need them. I need them. I have the eyes. I have the eyes. One of the eyes is purple, I think. So we could put a purple eye on our little guy here. We could. Purple-eyed, a one-eyed. No, he doesn't have a horn.
Well, he could.
Todd wants this little guy to have a horn. And he's not purple.
He'd be a purple-eyed.
He'd be a purple-eyed monster.
Purple-eyed people eater.
He's not going to eat people. He wants to eat candy. He has a candy bucket. I'm going to show Todd the candy bucket.
Candy bucket is just a decoy.
It's a one-eyed candy bucket.
It's a decoy.
He says it's a decoy.
Make people.
I think it needs to be a bigger eye. I have a big orange eye. I could give him two eyes if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to do an orange eye because it's a bigger eye. And I kind of want it to be bigger than the hole. I think that would be good. So you guys will have to tell me. Get ready. Okay, Todd is trying for #1 chat. He wants to be top chatter. Stephanie says, "Oh yeah, you like the big orange eye. I like that one. I don't have them in. I think the big orange ones are the ones that are the big ones. There's some green ones, so we could give him a green eye. But I think the orange one looks better. The blue is a little bit smaller. And the purple one is smaller than those, so it like barely fits over that. It's like you can see some of the black around it. I mean, it could kind of be his, like his eyelid or something. We could do that. But I think I like the orange one. I think the orange one is actually bigger than the green. But yeah, look at that. Big old orange googly eye. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I don't think this one is one of the ones that does not have any release paper. You can see the shine on that. See that? So I'm going to grab out, I think I have some other glue dots. I'm saving my Pearblossom press glue dots for the spinners, the stamp and slide. But I have some others that I need to use up. I think if they're in here, they should be in this drawer somewhere. Bump, bump. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. I have things that are in this drawer that I used for projects like ages ago and have still not bothered to take out of here. I even have reinforcers. I don't use those for anything. I should, but I don't. I guess here we go. I have one sheet of glue dots that I haven't finished using, and I think this is probably about the right size for this little guy. So I just turned it into a sticker. I'm definitely not using the 3D glue dots for this. No, we don't want his eyeball to be kind of popping off of his face. Okay, that is cool. I did also think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to put a couple more layers of white cardstock behind it because this is a little bit too flexy and I want it to be more stable, and you're going to see in a little bit why. I can do that after I add his wing on. So let's add his little wing, and then I can put him under something heavy so that the wing will stick because the wing is glitter. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to just use my reverse tweezers and put it to the side, and then I can die cut out some more. I'm going to do, I think, like 2 or 3 more layers of that on the main body. Let's put our googly eyes away so I don't lose them again. Top drawer. Top drawer. When I forget where it is, you guys can tell me. Top drawer. We have a witchy again. And Danielle, of course, had to put purple aliens because she's thinking the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Of course, he wasn't actually purple. He was eating purple people, and it sure is fine, right? Okay, there we have one to go behind it, and then I'm going to do another one over here and do another one of little circles for a second piece of candy. And then I'm going to have to finish doing the assembly, but also figure out what I'm going to do for the background, because I haven't decided on a background yet. Okay, so we have both of these. Hello, kitty. Okay, I need to clean this out again. That's because I have not made the time to finish cleaning it well. This does clog if you leave it sitting, and I have not been putting anything over the top I haven't been putting a pin in it because I don't have the right size pin because I lost the lid. Dummy me. Jen's got the ghosties. Okay, so Stephanie says that won't be a problem. You have a bunch of great ones. A great one's what? Tara did the kitty this time. I'm happy about that because this is your first time in and you're having to see the shenanigans and craziness that's here. By the way, if you are watching the replay, there is a warning banner across the bottom of the screen to let you know that sometimes the chat may take over the live stream. So they make things happen on the screen. And that happens on a pretty... Oh, you said backgrounds. I've got a lot of those. Thank you. There's been such a delay. I didn't think that that was what you said because there wasn't as much of a delay there. We have a jack-o'-lantern. So if you don't want to see those kind of weirdo things happening, you'll want to catch my videos, my pre-recorded ones, which I haven't been doing as many lately, but I do have some planned. So that is, again, one of the things I have to do. What I need to do is figure out timing to do it. Yesterday, there was no way because I had 2 live streams. Today, I should have time to either record or edit or work on one of the other multitude of things that I want to work on. Things like membership and classes and all the things. I did check back. I told y'all that I wanted you to let me know on one of the polls what you would like to see for our next workshop, because we're going to do something Halloween, and that's going to be in like 3 weeks. It's going to be on the 2nd. I'm looking at the calendar now. So Saturday, it's not going to be this Saturday. It's not going to be next Saturday. It's going to be the one after that. So it's going to be the 2nd Saturday in the month. Why can I not look that up? Stupid thing. There we go. So it is 18 days. It's like a little less. Yeah, we need a banner for Todd too. I need to do that too. So I need to either take a picture or record something of his foot because. Okay, Todd, I'm going to bring you up so that you can show your feet again. Because you guys want Todd feet pics.
I'm busy.
He says he's busy. So we do need a Todd foot alert, and I haven't done that yet. So that is something else I need to work on. Like I said, there's a lot of things I need to work on. But one of them that I do want to work on is some recorded videos. I've got 1 or 2 recorded. I don't remember. And I have some summit things coming up. So if you're on my email list, and if you're not, you should be. You will be getting some emails probably starting in the next couple of days for some summit things that are coming up. And what I'm going to try doing, which I haven't done so far, is doing a combined all the different events that are coming up, including ones that I want you to wait around for because it's going to be a little bit. I've got lots of summits coming up. Lots of summits. I'd love for you guys to come and hang out with me on those. You can get free tickets, or you can later on at some point, if you decide that you don't have time to watch them during the free thing, you can always get the whatever they're calling their all access pass, because each one has different names, but you can get those and be able to watch them going forward. So Cheryl says, Stephanie says, yes, Tara, we all learn a lot from Debbie. Oh my God, I don't know if that's true. I'm glad that you are learning a lot. Stephanie says, hello, Todd's feet. Meow. And my husband does meow at me quite a bit, by the way, if you don't already know that. We meow at each other. That kind of started when we had kitties and our kitties passed away, but the meowing stayed. Oh, that's cute. I need to pop his arm is now 3 layers thick, so it's going to take a little bit more to be able to pop it up enough to be able to slide this little guy through. There we have a kitty. And yes, my cat was a black cat. My cats, we had twins and they were both black cats. And I still have my little kitty as my background on my phone. And the second passed away at least a year ago. Do I want that side or that side? I kind of wanted him to hold it here. But that's too... I'm going to have to move the handles. Because they need to be further down. Okay, cutting it. So this is something I should have thought of before. Where'd it go? The handles popped off and disappeared. Okay, that means I'm cutting another one. That's okay. I have a die for that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the little handles again. And this time I'm going to put it further down so that I can have the bucket. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I want the bucket to be high enough, but I also want it to be below. And his legs are so little short. I don't want his bucket to be dragging on the ground, you know? You guys used it on the other side, so maybe I should do that. Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures that Adeline and Linda did, and that's probably what it shows in the diagram, and what I'm not actually looking at the diagram today. So I should put it on the other side. On this side is where he actually had his pitchfork. So I needed to pop that forward anyway, so that's good. Now I've got a second. See, it only took a second. Got that. Let's find his pitchfork. And his pitchfork we also did in glitter. That's the one I said I was going to have to do again. Yeah, I have to recut this one using my precision base plate because it didn't cut all the way through on that glitter. So let me grab that. Who said what? Nada, thank you. Thank you so much. She just gave me a follow over on Twitch. Thank you so much, hon. And I'll explain it again. This is a precision base plate from Sizzix. The only thing I don't like about it, because it cuts wonderfully, but what I don't like about it is that the plastic part warps so easy that right now I'm trying to flatten it and it's not working. But I'm using clips to hold it in place. Because I did use it, like a week or so ago? Thank you, Linda. I used it like about a week or so ago, and it had slid. It's like the plastic base of it, I guess is what I'm going to call it, that had slid. So I needed to take it completely off and reposition it on there and trying to get it to stick. And because it's warped, it of course does not want to stick to the metal plate. I might at some point see if there's any kind of a video out there of about this to see if anybody else has had that issue, because I don't know. And I kind of know why it's doing it. It's just like when your plates warp, it's because of all the pressure. And that's going to be the reason that plastic warps too. But I don't know how to avoid it because you don't really turn it over and die cut through it. So I don't know. You only cut on one side. It even says on there, this side is not a cutting surface. Tara's got Jack again. I think we have a new friend, guys. Tara is going to be coming and hanging out with us a bunch. I really do suspect that. Okay, are these... He does have horns, but he has 2.
Well, seems like that's an easy problem to solve.
I'm putting both of them on there. Todd says, he says, it looks like that should be an easy problem to solve. We can give him 1 horn. Oh my God. If I do, I'm posting in the pictures. Okay, this is a one-horned monster because the Todd said so. So we're going to give him his tail. And then his little pitchfork. I think he's a monster that's dressed up like a devil, but it's a black devil. He's cute. And then, of course, we're going to be putting all the rest of the things on. Let me redo... Where's my other tweezers? I need my other tweezers. And, of course, they are hiding again. All right, there they are. They were behind one of my water bottles. Yeah, I know you guys love all of the Halloween effects that I added. Most of these are like 2 years old, but I know that you guys love them all. And I think you look forward to Halloween where you get to play with them all. I love that little bucket. That is too cute. Okay, we're going to assume that our tail is good. We're going to put his bucket in his hand over here. And I need my acrylic block. Put in my big acrylic block just over that part. Can't put it over the eyes because you know what? Is Todd trying to win this card? No postage necessary. Todd, are you trying to win the card, honey?
Oh, I can have any card that I want.
He says, no, I can have any card that I want. Hello, Miss Irma. Welcome in, honey. So she says, hey, Debbie and Crafty Pals. I missed the start of the video, but I'll catch up on the replay. My happy place. So the replay is your happy place, or being here with us live is your happy place? Inquiring minds want to know. Adding one of his horns. Yes, I'm adding one of his horns, and then I'm going to do the other one. I might make Todd another card later where he can have a one-horned monster. I've also got other monsters, so I could always add this to a different, add one of the horns to another one. Now that we have horns, we can add them to whatever we want to. Because you don't have to use just the dies that are in the one set. You can combine things. Look at him! Oh my God, he's so cute. Okay, I almost lost his trident. Jen is laughing. So we're going to slide that under his arm so he can be holding it. If I can get the thing in there. I don't want things falling off. Come on. Okay, that's what I had to do. I had to bend that cardstock back for his arm because it is only 3 layers thick, and now everything is coming apart because it hadn't had a chance to actually hold yet. But let's get the trident in there. I don't want it there. I want it there. Okay, there we go. And then I'll put his horn back on because his horn fell off. Stephanie says he's fabulous even though this little guy is falling to pieces. Okay, there we go. Is that where I want his horn? I'm going to say that that is good enough. Let's tilt it back. There. Okay, and then we can put his bucket back where it belongs. And I can put parts of this under a block. And then move it to the side. It's another good reason to have it on something as you are assembling, because then you can move that out of the way and have more room to do all the other things. Pre-cut to start a project. Explosion all over the kitchen. Now I have to redo. Oh my God. So you did your die cutting in the kitchen and everything went all over the place. I'm so sorry, Jen. At least it wasn't a bomb type of explosion. It was just cardstock, right? Just cardstock. All right, he's going to go out of the way. I've got 2 little pieces of candy for him. Don't know if I'm going to do any more with that. Now I need to put all of these together because I can't do it until you finish that. I do have an idea. Jack. I do have an idea for what I want to do for the card, but first I have to pick out background for this. So our little ghost, our little guy he's not a ghost. He is a little monster. He is trick-or-treating. So he's out trick-or-treating all by himself. And here are some of my backgrounds. And then the backgrounds we made on Saturday that have got all that fun texture. I don't remember what I have left in here because I've been using a bunch of those. Let's start with that. And I've also got lots of pattern paper, so we could do that too. So this one I'm going to use with the ghost, and there's the ghost. We have the bats, which I was thinking of just needing a sentiment, but what would it look like? Yeah, I'm picking him up. That's too busy behind him, I think. Takes away from both him and the bats, so not for that one. We have some grungy stuff. That one might work, and that one might work. Maybe. And that one might work. So we're going to see. Jen says no! Don't know why she's saying no, but she said no. Unfortunately, it's a lot of itty bitty pieces. Yeah, that means cleaning it all up and starting over because you're not going to have all this. Oh, well, what do you think? So here we are on our bright color that's on white, which means you'd still see him. We have this one, which you still see him because of all the black. Yeah, the bats are too busy for this one. I'm thinking the bats one will be great with just a Halloween sentiment. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, what do y'all think for the background? I'm thinking one of those two. So Sharon says number 1. So number 1 and number 2. 1 and 2. Because I think they both look great. I'm kind of leaning towards this one just because of how dark it is. But even the green, the lime green, it still shows up on that yellow. Stephanie says 3. And then she says 2. Okay, so everybody's saying this one. So this one's going to be the one. We're going to do that. But y'all are going to love what I got in mind for this. First thing, like I tell you, we need to do anyway. Okay, I think I'm going to have a black mat. We're going to have that. And this stuff needs to get out of the way so I can do, we're going to do something special. Yeah, okay. Putting this back over here out of my way. I have to keep putting things out of the way or I'm going to get, everything's going to get lost. So we've been using the decal trimmer to trim everything down. So I'm going to do that again today because that is nice and grungy. We like it. I know, so cute, so cute. Oh, you're talking about this was a fun background to make? Yeah, this was cleanup. That's all that one was. That was Simon Hurley Paste cleanup. So first I am decaling one edge, then I'm going to turn it and decal another edge, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. And this gives a fun, I can already see that that one is crooked. So either, yeah, this one is crooked. One thing I've noticed about the decal trimmer, for me anyway, is I wind up accidentally shifting the cardstock as I am cutting. And that's because of that's because of that kind of serrated edge that you've got there. So it doesn't always wind up being straight, which is why you've probably seen a lot of my cards. I'll have the mat on 2 sides correct and the other sides it's not. It's because the cardstock wasn't cut straight. Okay, so this one's going to be, that looks like it's about straight. 5 1/4 by 4. And then this one is going to be a little bit smaller. So we're going to go with, I'm going to go ahead and trim 1/4 inch off of all 4 sides. So it's going to be 3 3/4. I'm trying to see if it's straight. It looks like it's straight. It's one of the good things about the grid is you can see whether or not it's straight on there if you look. So 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. So now we've got that 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And this is also an experiment because I haven't made a card like this in a while. So if I mess up, guys, yeah, it is what it is. I'm bringing back out my die cutting machine and I'm going to use my magnetic magic mat to make sure I get things lined up the way I want it. And then I'm taking out a different die set. I'm going to take out a sentiment strip die. Sentiment strip die. Okay? I know y'all are wondering what the heck is she doing? So we're going to just cut through this piece. I could do them from both. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue these together and then I'm going to do the cutting. What I want to know, I want y'all to try to guess what I'm doing. Okay? Try to guess what kind of card it is that I am making, and let's see if anybody can guess it before I get it done. Linda! Okay, how am I doing? Do you know what I'm going to be using to do this slider? Because Linda is correct. She guessed it, and she was the first person to Yeah, you got it. I'm going to make a slider, and I'm going to use the snap and slide, and I'm going to use a sentiment strip die. I don't have any dies for sliders from Spellbinders. I don't know if they've never made any, but this is perfect size to do this. And it's probably going to be too thick to go through, but we're going to see. So let me get out... Yeah, I know. Let me get out one of my Pearblossom Press T-squares because I want to make sure that it's lined up straight. I'm going to go there and here's my tape. I'm going to tape it in place. So it stays in place. And this is thick enough, it turns out that this is thick enough that the magnet is not really feeling the metal, but that's okay. Okay. So did it cut all the way through? I'm going to run it through again. It cut most of the way through, but one side didn't cut all the way through. And I probably had it too straight. The blade was probably too vertical or horizontal. Probably too much that way for it to cut through all the way. Even if it's crooked, it's okay. It's Halloween. Yeah, I know. Well, for that matter, if you have it at an angle, you could just say that he's walking up a hill. Okay. Okay, that is not one to cut through all the way. This is not only cutting through 2 layers of heavyweight cardstock, it's also cutting through lunar paste. No, solar paste. It's also cutting through solar paste. All right, so let's take out my craft knife and just finish that piece off. And then I'm not going to put this little piece that is on the this piece that I cut out. I'm not going to put that to waste. I'm going to use it too. So that means I need a card base. Do I have a white piece out here, or do I need to cut another one? So now I'm going to make me a card base. For that I use a regular trimmer, cutting it down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oh no, I'm cutting it down to 5 1/2. Yeah. Join too soon. Yes, it's too soon. So I'm cutting it down to 5 1/2. And then I'm going to score one of these. At 4 1/4. And that is a little bit off, so let me trim it a little bit more, because that happens every time. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this on top, right where I want it. Let's get out that T-square again. That's the wrong one. Let me get out my A7 so I can have that 1/8 of an inch jig. I'm going to place this in place. First off, I need to make sure this is the open end. Ruth, yeah, yeah. I love you, honey. You know what happened? Linda already guessed what we're making. Linda already did, so I don't know if you didn't see her message or you missed it when I said it. We're making a slider. So now I'm going to put glue on the back of this one, and we're going to slide it into that groove. And that is so that when the slider is, when it's positioned anywhere, when our little monster is positioned anywhere, you're going to still have that continuous background. Okay? So just popping that down. Come on, it didn't glue down. Okay. Sometimes glue just kind of slides too much. So I'm using my AdTech. This is some really heavy duty tape. I mentioned it last night, and then I started thinking this morning, you know, it might have been a good idea to use that on the luminary last night. That probably would have worked really, really well. Yes, that is where I need it. That looks good on that side too. Okay, so now this should stick because That is some sticky adhesive from AdTech. There we go. So now, there we go. Now we need to do the rest for our little guy. And it looks like he is still good. Ruth, I don't know if you saw our little monster or not, but isn't he friggin' adorable? So we're going to have him there. Do I still have... I actually did a really quick on white cardstock trial because I was wanting to do something on one. So I already did that, and I don't know if I still have the pieces out anywhere. So where did I put my little mechanism? I'll get out another one because I don't know. So the way that the mechanism works, I've shown you this a couple of times already. You've got... Here's one that's already put together because I put it together and then I put it back in the package. It's got two pieces. One has got this little knob piece and one's got a little hole for it to go in and it just snaps together. And then we have the glue dots. Looks like a sparkly snot monster. Loogie boogie. So we've got our glue dots. These are the sticky spots from Pearblossom Press. And it looks like I got one of them's all messed up. Probably because I did it. Yeah, I did that on there. So I'm going to put some on there. And I think I'm going to do 2 just to be on the safe side. Okay, and we can put it on the back of our monster. But I don't want to do that. I actually want to do... Here's another strip that I did. I want to make it so you'd actually pull it. Okay, so this one's going to be one that you pull. You can make it where it just goes and slides, but another thing that can happen with this, you can make it spin, and I don't really want it to spin. I want it to go straight. So I'm going to put this piece and attach it to my little strip. This is the same size as the strip there, so I'm just going to put it here at the end. I can decide where I want it later. And because I've got extra glue on there, extra sticky, I'm going to put another piece over the back just to grab onto that extra stuff. Yeah, there we go. So this is going to go under here. Okay. That goes on top. The mechanism is basically done. All we need out now is just to put our little guy on there and add foam tape. That's it. That is it. So let's add another little spot to the top here. And I don't really know where they're positioned on the thing, which is why I'm doing it wrong. Yes, we're going to... He needs little minions. He is a minion, isn't he? He's my minion. Okay. So we're going to put him... I think I want him like right about there. That's a good height. Oh, I just realized when I do that, we're going to see this instead. So I need that to be clear acetate instead. But you know what? I can fix that. But Steve, look. So I'm taking this part off. And I'm going to grab a piece of acetate because we won't be able to see this part. Yes, worms, add worms. I don't have any worms. I'm sure I've got worms somewhere in my stash, but I don't know where they are. Okay, acetate. I did find a couple pieces of clear in a little package. Here we go. Isn't that where they were? They're under my desk. Okay, when I lose things under my desk, who knows what I will find in here. Okay, I'm going to have to grab another piece. I don't like doing that. I keep doing a partial, like a piece of one of these instead of the whole thing. You just need to cut out an S, then color stripes. Yes, Ruth, I agree. That would be easy. Hey, Deadly. You may actually want to stick around because you may actually want to win this card. I'm going to do this one at 1/2 inch. Okay, and now we're going to attach this guy with our glue dot. With our sticky spot. I have to use the right name. Spiders? What? You want me to put spiders on there now? Y'all are just crazy. Okay, so now I've got my acetate on here. And which way do I want to go? I want to go over this way. Well, why not do that? I'm going to have the little piece come out this side. And then I can just pop that right onto the thing, if I can see where it goes. There we go. I think I want him to be kind of here and then pull down, so I'm going to trim this, and then I'm going to actually add some cardstock to it so I can put a pull tab on it. Scissors. There they are. I think I'm also, before I do that, I'm going to cut another strip and make it twice as thick. Not that trimmer. What's wrong with me? So I'm going to cut another 1/2 inch off of my acetate. And might as well use this stuff to hold it together. And yes, that would have worked better if I did it before, but now it's twice as strong. I am feeling a little bit of sticky though on the back here, and I don't really want it to stick to anything. So what do we do when we have stickum that we don't want? Anti-static powder. Okay, so now that part should not stick to anything else. But look. Which means you could also, here's another idea. You could do this. You could have him go vertical. And he's already going different directions. He doesn't need to do that. You could have him go up and down. We don't have a zombie today. We have a monster. All right, we need... I'm going to take him off. Yeah, now that I put everything together, I'm going to take him off because you know what? That's going to make it easier for me to put the foam on. And we know that it's going to be easy for me to put everything back together. So what I need to do is just grab my world's best foam tape. Where did I put it yesterday? I used it yesterday. Okay, hold please. Wrong picture. You guys, okay, I'm back. So I found my foam. So we're using the world's best foam tape. I have a sneaky suspicion this is going to work best whenever you're wanting to raise anything up with our little slider things. So that's what I'm going to use this time. I think I've got enough space at the bottom. Let's see. Yes, I do. You want to make sure that you have enough space around it so that you do not have your little mechanism getting caught on the adhesive. Okay, you want to make sure of that. So I'm going to just do a small strip right at the bottom here. I told y'all this is kind of where I am guessing. Okay, we got that. I'm going to do another one up the side. Okay, I'm going to do another one up this, well, I'm going to leave this side open. So that right? Oh no, I did the wrong side. It's a good thing that this is repositionable, because I wanted my little tab to come out to the right. So that means I need to put this up over here on the left. Okay. So now we're going to leave this little spot open. And we're going to put this, I'm going to put this across, and then I'm going to try it and make sure that it doesn't hit anything, because I don't think it will. Yeah, I actually have more room than I need there, which means he'll be able to move around a little bit more than I actually want. I'm going to move these two closer in. Another good reason for using the repositionable tape from Pearblossom Press. Okay, got that. So now it's going to basically, this is how much wiggle room he's going to have. He'll be able to move just a tiny bit up and down, and I think that's what I want. So now I'm going to add a little bit more down at the bottom, right there in the corner, so we don't have saggy bits. And then I need to cover the rest of the back. Now, one thing I do need to make sure of is, where do I want the little monster to be on the front? Because what I could do is I could put a little piece of tape there, but if I do that, it's going to get sticky on something, so I need to put something also there. Or I can just have him slide all the way. Maybe we'll just do all the way. Yeah, we could do that. So if you want to make sure that it doesn't go quite so far, you can do a smaller slit. I just used the die that I had from that die set. Okay, let's pop him back on there. Pop on there. Do what I tell you. I'm looking for it. You know what'll be easier? Doing it this way. Do it from the front. That way you can actually see where the thing is. Because our guy is too big for me to be able to see it. But I can see here just popping it right into that little thing. And now, you want to see what he does? I am going to twist him. That's another thing that I never really thought about. When you use foam squares, foam dots for this, you can't change the angle of your guy. But here, I'm able to change it so it matches exactly. Which means when you get it, if you want to, you can make him a different direction if you want. But yeah. I'm going to say he needs to be right about here, so that his wing doesn't go all the way off. Yeah, see, either way, I'm going to have to do something. Yeah, I'm going to have him right about there. Yeah, we are going to do that. So I think what I'm going to put across there is actually going to be, I'm going to put a piece of cardstock and then put a little bit of foam on top. I think that'll work. I'm going to just do that out of a little piece of black. It's not going to match exact that, but that's okay. It's just going to be the stopper. Y'all will live through it. Okay, I want him right here. Right there. So I want this piece to be right there. Okay, let me get a little bit of glue. Yeah, vertical looks really cool, and I'm thinking there are those dies where you can have like a toaster or different things where you have things pop up. That's something I will be doing with this. I have not done those, mostly because I didn't have the dies for it. And it seemed in my brain just a little bit complicated. This is going to make it so easy to make all sorts of slider kind of cards. I'm going to take this one off too. Yeah. I love this foam tape, by the way. Did I tell y'all I love this foam tape? And I'm tired of repositioning everything and trying to hold on to it. So I'm going to tape this guy right there, because that's where I want him, so his wing isn't off the side. I'm going to tape that. So now I can make sure everything gets put right where I want it. And I don't know why I put glue on the whole thing. I did not need glue on the whole thing. So I'm going to put the glue on the ends right here. So y'all can see it right here. This is Debbie's engineering mind at work. No, engineering mind at work would have had all of this planned ahead of time. Jen says foam. Yes. And the foam's grabbing me. Hey, Avenger Fox. How you doing, hon? Welcome in. We're making a slider. And then, of course, I am demolishing everything I'm trying to do. Is this the right one? No, this is not the right one. Where's the other one? Where's my other foam? Who stole my foam? I have one piece and I had another piece. There it is. Here's my other piece. This is the piece that's going to go on the bottom. Right there. We're almost done with this, by the way. This piece is going to go across the top and across part of that black stopper that I put there. Oh, there's tape. Durr. I forgot that I had the tape. How much do you enjoy that form? What form? What are you talking about, Deadly? Are you talking about foam? Did you misspell the word foam? I love this foam. And that just came off. Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. What is wrong with you today? Let's do it again. I love my Pearblossom Press foam tape. I'm being dumb. Just a second. Let's make sure it's in the right spot again. Wing on there. Todd was hiding it. Todd was hiding what? Because I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I'm going to use this adhesive because it will stay. I had my phone. Deadly hats is his phone. Now this is going to make it so that it actually sticks. Okay, that's why I'm using this stuff. That will make it so it actually sticks where it's supposed to. This needs to get lifted up again because I need some of it to go under it. There we go. There. Okay. Now I'm going to take this piece off and put this piece down. How many times can you redo a card? Okay, so now it's in the slit. We have that little stopper so he doesn't go any further that way. And that is also so that I can decide how much of this I want to cut off so that it hopefully fits into the envelope correctly. So I'm going to cut it right about there. How about, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put one of the little pieces of candy, and that's what you're going to pull on. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so it goes all the way down there. I want this to be just kind of peeking out. That needs to go a little bit further. Okay. Okay, trimming off the rest of that. And then I think I'm going to put the other piece of candy on the other side. Did I put it? Yeah, I did. Okay, putting it down on the other side. Oh my god, this is so cool. I'm sorry. You pull on the candy and he comes out. Now the tab does not look really good because I should have adhered everything before I put it together, but oh my god, I am loving this. I'm sorry. I apologize a lot because I get tickled and I'm about to cry because I'm having fun. But I get tickled and then I think, these people don't want to see that. All right, gonna use my T-square again. So we get it in the right spot again because these two sides are correct. The other sides are not, as usual. We're gonna take the release paper off. Danielle says, I love it. Oh my God. I hope Amanda loves this. I mean, I'm not sure what all other folks are doing with it, or if they're even doing anything with these yet, but these are just so cool. Okay, I'm going to pull this all the way down so I don't get the acetate stuck somewhere it doesn't need to be. And I kind of think I might want to move the tape again. I'm going to move the tape just a little bit because I don't want it to be quite that close, because I'm afraid it's going to get stuck on the thing. And if he wobbles a little bit, that's fine, you know? Yeah, he's chasing the candy. So this goes this way. Got it lined up there. If I line it up here, it should line up pretty much perfect with our slot. It's almost. Okay, I'm a looking. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, pressing down. He's a candy monster. Okay, so one more thing I'm going to do, because I need a hole punch. Where's my little round circle? Where's my circle hole punch? Since I'm putting it there, I kind of want to make sure it would work better if everything was right to the edge, but it's not. I'm going to put a little, kind of want to do a little, I'm going to just do it with scissors. So that it's going to be easier to grab that guy. Okay, there we go. There we go. So this is going to fit into an A2 card size card base. It is a little difficult to get to the little guy here. Maybe I need to move it down a little bit. Maybe I can I still move it? I can. Okay, I'm going to move it just a little bit, so it sticks out just a tiny bit more. My T-squares and snap and slide are due in Tuesday. Fabulous. Did you get lights also? Because I think that's what we're going to do in our next workshop. Okay, so it sticks out just a little bit, but you can grab it and it slides. Yeah. The acetate is a little bit wobbly and stuff, but I'm still happy with it. I hope that whoever gets this one is going to love it. Now we need a sentiment. So what sentiment? I'm tickled. Monstrously fun wishes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do it as a separate thing, and let's make it into kind of a sign, you know, like a wooden sign. You should get the you got the snap and slide, and you should get it on Friday. Awesome. Stephanie says, that's okay. I love it. Anyway, Dan says, not yet. Lights are next. Yeah, I love my light up cards, and you guys have seen that. Oh, well, okay. Amanda makes a lot of amazing things, and I love it. I've been wanting to make different types of interactive cards, but it's kind of hard when all of the things that you're working with are from one company that doesn't have any of them, or doesn't have a lot of them, or any that I can find. But I love that I'm able to use this. So Spellbinders, I would love for you to offer some slider card dies. Because I want to make slider cards. Or chat bubble, huh? I think there are different ones for chat bubble. Those are actually really easy to make yourself, though. You don't actually have to have all the things. I'm also lazy. I could have made a slider really easy with my Cricut Joy or my Scan and Cut, and I don't take the things out very often. Not because I don't love them. I love everything I have, but I'm busy with what I'm working with, and I don't make the time to pull out the other stuff. This is where I can pull out just a regular sentiment die from any die set. And those sentiment dies come with a lot of sentiment sets, so it's not even where I have to keep something on hand. I can basically just look at whatever I just got and say, oh, here's a sentiment die. I can use that to make myself a slider. With a lot of the other sliders, though, is where you needed a penny, and who keeps change anymore? I don't. We have some change. I'm cleaning stuff off so I can finish this up. And then we are going to do the giveaway. Do I need to go ahead and start the giveaway now? And then, we will be done as soon. Okay, here's my sample where I was playing with it. So if you leave it like that, you could put something small there or do this in the center and you can have it spin or roll or whatever you want to call it. And I thought, oh my God, this was so... And that took like 2 minutes to do the sample. Okay, kind of want glitter, because glitter. For sentiment thought bubble, yeah. Oh! That's an idea. That is an idea. Sorry, I'm a little slow sometimes because I didn't get it the first time. What she was saying is, let's make ourselves, where's my pencil? Let's make ourselves a speech bubble. So we could do a speech bubble. Actually, I need to stamp it first. Dummy me, I need to stamp it first. Otherwise, the sentiment's not going to go in this. Okay, Jen is saying, please do it. And Ellen is saying, hashtag join. We're actually going to be able to do our regular giveaway thing this time because it's working. I actually was able to fix it by just refreshing my browser yesterday, which was weird. Okay, Stephanie says the thought bubble should be purple glitter. It can't stamp on glitter, so it can't do that. I can stamp on white. I can do that. I can stamp on white in, we could stamp on in rainbow. We could stamp in purple. We could stamp in orange. What? No, that's wrong. Okay. I'm fixing this because that's not right. You're not able to enter the giveaway yet because this thing is weird. I am going to clear it and you're going to start over because Ruth and Deadly Frog did not win the card. You know, they would be fighting over it. I thought I hit the reset thing earlier. I did. Why is it? There we go. So you're going to have to enter again. They were the two people that tried to join before we actually started, and for some reason it did that. So everybody who entered, do it again. I love that. That is just too cool. And the only reason I needed the acetate for that, and I probably needed thicker acetate, is because I wanted to be able to see the background and have it seamless. Rainbow color the edges. If I try to do that, it's probably going to go into mud. But yeah. I'm thinking... Yes, I have a brain, and I'm thinking... Somebody said purple, but this is basically doesn't have any purple in it. We don't have any purple on the card. So that would be kind of weird. However, that would still work, I think. I think I will stamp it in purple. Let me grab out the stamp set now that I put away the thing. And if I add some of the sequins to it as accents, that'll pull in the purple. So that will work out. So mysteriously, monstrously fun wishes. We're going to pull out that because we have the monster. Or maybe bright orange for the thought bubble. Hi, Miss Debbie. Welcome in. You've probably been over there lurking. So you're wanting, do you want purple or orange for the words? I'm thinking purple will be seen better on white. And I think I'm going to use these as some accents, just kind of confetti on there. And I can always use the orange kind of to background it. Purple words, that's what I'm thinking. I have a question for y'all. Has anybody been inviting any of their friends to come and hang out with us? And I've got enough going on this one this time. I'm not going to actually... I mean, this one took enough to do. I'm not going to bother with the embossing today. We're just going to do it matte. Especially, why is there... There is a little bit of something on the S, so let me clean that off. If you don't get a solid stamping like this one, The S is kind of weird, and that's because there was something on the stamp. So I'm just kind of scraping that off a little bit. It's probably not a good idea to do that with your tweezers like what I just did, but I did it anyway. I'm going to stamp it one more time, and that should take care of that bit. Yeah, it pretty much did, but it needs another coat because the previous had like 2 to 3 coats. Mom thought it was amazing that I was eating at the table over watching your live. What? Jen says several invites. Fabulous. Thank you so much. Yeah, I want lots of fun friends for us to have. That was not a good sentence. I want us to have a lot more new fun friends. There we go. And we always have monstrously a good time, don't we? Okay, so let's draw our speech bubble. I want it to be to this side. I had scissors and I lost them again already. I put things away and I forget what I did with them. Let me get my big one since this is going to be bigger words. And the only reason I drew that out is to give me an idea of where I wanted it. You can make your sentiments any shape you want. Okay, got that. And then I'm going to take my Stephanie said I would make the sentiment bubble look like a ghost. Yeah. Debbie cut it in the shape of goop. Stephanie also said I would, but I don't have any friends. I don't have any crafty friends. However, I tell everyone in Creative Fabrica who have questions about cards to follow you. Oh, you were so sweet, honey. Thank you. I'm kind of going around the edge with my eraser because I don't really remember where those lines were. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take out some orange. I'm not going to do it on the glitter after all. I could, but I think instead... Oh, that is so cool. Instead, I'm going to pull out some orange ink. Where's my guppy? Here's my guppy. And we're going to kind of just use guppy around the edges of that. I can't say die cut because it's not a die cut. But we are going to put some orange around the edges. And I'm using a foam pad because that's going to be the best way for me to make sure I get all of the edges. You meant Creative Fabrica. Yeah. Even though you spelled it different, I knew who you were. I knew what you were talking about. Okay, I don't know if I can get it all the way in there, though. I don't think I can. So, and I don't have a Q-tip, because a Q-tip would have worked good. I think that's good enough, though. All right. We're almost done. Almost done. And this is a slick surface, so I'm going to again use my ad tech.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
It kind of got layered up. 2 alerts at once. Thank you, guys. This is adorable. I am so thrilled with this. Have you noticed that has been every card? I'm experimenting. I don't know what I'm going to open. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm just playing. And I am loving every one of the cards we've made this week. Oh, my God. Okay. Here we go. Go back in there. Go back in there. I am noticing that my it's trying to get caught there, which means I don't have enough adhesive on the end of it, so I got to do more. Isn't it nice that you can keep on just fixing things? Okay. There we go. Now it should stay together instead of catching on that piece. There we go. That music sends my dog barking. Okay. So we got that. Now I'm going to do some sequins, and then we're going to do a giveaway, and we will be done. And yeah, and it's 2:10, but I did get started late. So I think what's been happening is I've been basically I've been trying to keep it to an hour. I have attempted, and then we wind up, probably because I'm experimenting with things and not just making a standard card. It has been going to about an hour and a half. This says an hour 45 is how long we've been live so far. But I have been keeping it under 2 hours, so I'm happy. Thank you, Miss Debbie. So I'm just scattering them on there to get an idea where I might want to add them. I do know I want to add at least a couple down here at the bottom. Come on. And I'm thinking that it's high enough up that it shouldn't catch on those, so I should probably check it. Okay, doesn't have a problem with the sequins. Fabulous. Fabulous. Let's put a purple one over here for that one. There we go. I kind of want to go bump, bump, bump. Hey, sweetheart. Welcome in, honey. And since this is slick, these are not really wanting to let go of the wax. That is something else I'm noticing. So the sequins themselves are, of course, kind of a slick material. Y'all already know that. And these are kind of sticking together. Let go. Let's do another black one there, I think. And then I'm using, it's all over some Simon Hurley paste. So it's really not wanting to let go. Before I do any more, I need to put something over here, because I kind of want to do something else right at the sentiment. I'm also checking these to make sure that they are flat side down. And that one had a black one on the over the top of a purple one. So let's use the purple one and a littler orange one. Okay. Yeah, I think I need a little more. Tara has zombies. And I am doing all of these in little clusters of 3. Little visual triangles. Which is a term that my husband knows now, because I've said it to him enough times. And let's put a black one there. Oh, it turned into purple. That's fine. Okay. I think this is adorable. Oh my God. So I will have pictures up on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. I think I've got also going on. So I'll have pictures of everything. So if you guys would hit the heart button on all of those, that would help me out on those platforms as well. But yeah, isn't he cute? Isn't he just freaking adorable? Plus, he's got a googly eye. And like you guys said, he's chasing the candy. I am tickled. I am tickled pink. I am just, this is just fabulous. I love it. Boogie Monster. Slide it closer to the camera across the screen. Ah. Isn't he cute? Monstrously fun. This is a monstrously fun You should put a little eye by the... Well, let's see. I don't know if I've got any... I think the smallest ones I've got are like, what, the purple? Where'd I throw them? I threw them. Yeah, the purple ones are the smaller ones. So let's see. Nah, I don't know. Well, maybe. I could actually put it attached to the white. Like there. And I think that'll work. Let me get... I should be able to use this stuff to do it too. Tara says, my favorite so far. Okay. All right. We're going to do drum roll. If anybody else wants in on the giveaway, do it now or forever hold your peace because this thing is getting given away. Oh. Yeah. And I will put cardstock in there in the envelope too. This should still fit in a regular envelope, but I think I might put... I want to try to protect it, so I will either do some kind of an insert or something, so hopefully it won't have a problem. Only thing is, sometimes with googly eyes, you never know if they're going to pop, but you guys have googly eyes. You can replace it if something messes up. That's one of the things I do like about when I get a card. It's like, even if it's messed up for whatever reason, you know, mail is mail, I can usually fix what's ever wrong with it. Don't get many that do like that. Okay, I'm zooming in again. I have to, because it's a thing. Oh, yeah. I love this. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I was playing with the way... I keep on waiting for more people to say that they want... I don't think there's anybody else watching, so I think everybody has probably entered the giveaway. So, and that means YouTube and Twitch. If you're on Twitch and you haven't entered the giveaway, you can do it too, guys. I think it's where everybody is also on YouTube right now. All right, I'm gonna do the drum roll. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I need the other thing. Where's the thing? There's the thing. Terrace's drum roll. I know, y'all are just waiting. It's like, will she just do it already?
Click it.
Click it. Todd says, click it. Who's it gonna be? The winner is Miss Barbara. Barbara, you have won this monstrously fun slider googly eye card. Oh my, I think he's so fun. I hope that you enjoy this, because I enjoyed making it. That is still not sticking enough. Okay, there we go. But I love this little guy. I think he is just so friggin' fun. I hope you enjoy it, and be sure, oh, I need to hit the button for you to be able to get the form. So be sure to fill out the form, give me your information so I can get that in the mail to you. And we will be back tomorrow at noon-ish, assuming everything goes well with his... I think he's got a call earlier or later or something. So hopefully everything will go on time and we'll be able to get started right at noon. And I am still attempting to make them an hour long instead of 2. But anyway, I think this one was worth it. This one was worth it. I have to figure out how to make that. I might have to make some changes. Yeah, I might have to do some fixing on it. I'm going to think about it. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow at noon right here for day 10. For day 10. Before we go, though, let's roll the credits and thank all of our fun people that have helped out so much. We've got all of our channel members. You guys rock and help me out so much. We have all the folks that have been participating in the chat. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do. There's a lot of folks listed, and thank you for being part of the stream. Thank you again, guys, and I will see you again tomorrow. I have to find the button again. Anyway, thank you again, and love you guys. Bye.